Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, a Mysterious Enemy, Episode 2. Now, this legitimately is the Episode 2 of the game, or the story mode, if you will. And really, this is nothing too special. This is where you're just going to be learning to meet Raditz, and you're going to meet, or not meet, I guess, finally be able to fight with a partner, because in the beginning you only fought nothing but Goku in the 7, but now you have Krillin as a partner, and it teaches you a little bit unintentionally, of course, how to work with a teammate, how to revive, but I obviously don't need to do that. But if that were to ever happen, this would be definitely the mission to do it. And you really realize here how weak Krillin is compared to Goku, at least in the game. Krillin's always been one of my favorite characters, though. Krillin, Goku, Gohan, you know, all those guys. I love the show, I love the games, and I love this game, and that's a good thing. But this one's kind of, or not this one, this episode is kind of, it's kind of boring. I hate to say it, but when you're just fighting an onslaught of Cybermen that don't really put up a whole lot of a fight, it gets kind of boring. But luckily, within, I think, the third or fourth wave, they do eventually start getting harder. You start seeing different colors, where blue is the weakest, I believe. Green is the mediocre, and red is the hardest. Yellow is hard to hit. I found you won't see him in this episode, but when I fought the yellow, I think it was called the yellow Super Cyberman, yeah, he was pretty hard. He was very fast, and I had a hard time keeping up with him. And it's weird that they could do that in this game, you know, the whole make it too hard for them, for us to keep up with me. It's really cool that you actually have to use techniques of, well, Goku's got instant teleportation in Super Saiyan 2, but, oh, I guess I just made a spoiler, sorry about that. But the whole quick movements really works well when you're fighting against multiple opponents, and you'll see in later videos where there'll be yellow arrows on the edges of the screen that indicate where a blast or an enemy is coming from, so you're able to react quite quickly upon it when it does happen. Now here you see you have the green Cyberman right here, and as you can see, he takes a little bit more damage to take down other than the blue guy. The blue guy took about 2 or 3 hits. This guy takes around 5, depending on how strong your character is and if you got any power-ups on Goku yet. If you're at episode 2 and you just got the game, I really doubt you're going to be having too many power-ups to be putting on Goku right away. See, look at Krillin. He's not even doing anything. He just runs around. He doesn't do anything. Instead, I'm getting pummeled right now. Of course, I gotta use my Kakarot attack. It's one of my favorite Goku moves right now. Until, of course, he gets to the Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3, and Super Saiyan God, and Ultra Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan, you know? It's like, yeah, it's a couple more Cybermen to go, I believe.
But do you mind keeping your eyes on the battle?
Sorry, I got carried away there.
All right, let's do this!
Uh-oh. What does this mean? It's a mission within a mission.
Huh?
Kakarot, you're a shame to our entire race. Just
That was a very nice of Raditz to say. Although Raditz does make a pretty good cameo in this game, I gotta admit. I really like Raditz because this was obviously one of my first episodes of the actual Dragon Ball Z I had ever watched, was when Goku finally meets Raditz, which made me want to wait till the seasons were released on DVD. Of course, they were already on DVD by that point, but I didn't know that. But when the whole Raditz fight, I'm not gonna ruin it, but you know, Raditz is an amazing amazing guy to play as in the game too. He's really got that evil Saiyan appeal to him, I feel. But he's also a very tough competitor in the game. You can see we haven't done a whole lot of damage to him yet. But he's not very aggressive. He's one of the least aggressive opponents, at least towards me. He was very aggressive to the AI every time I've had a match with him. But never towards me. They understand the whole mechanics. I don't know if it was to maybe get us used to having to fight tough opponents, or if maybe just to confuse us, because we're like, you know, if you can't beat Raditz, you can't play the game. But if you can play Raditz or beat Raditz, you can play the game. It's perfect. You get to see the first few quick movements from a character or enemy, I guess.
How dare you! You pay for that! The game ends.
But I do like how the missions, you know, and whatnot, do have that whole warning, warning, because I had no idea this was coming. Because all you've seen the title is, what is it? I believe it's a bunch of Cybermen and a question mark. So you're not knowing who's coming up. Although if you watched Dragon Ball Z, you probably do know what was coming. But if you didn't, that's a pretty cool little, it's a cool little addition in my eyes. You know, it's not the most perfect game in the world, but it's got little things like that that just seem to work for it. And this whole energy bar thing works really well with my AL opponents. It would actually work. Or if I would actually use the D-pad like I'm supposed to, because in the loading screens, it actually shows you that the D-pad is a good way of ordering your opponents to go full power, combining our power, or staying away and playing defensive. Or just let me handle it, you know? Although I think I will eventually, once I get all the upgrades and power-ups and all the characters unlocked, I'm probably going to do the story again and just do one character fights for an achievement. I can't remember what the achievement's called, but it'll be worth it if it's like that.
Here it goes.
Oh, here we go. Fill the SP gauge. I don't know what SP still stands for, but I do know that it means you can do the ultimate. And here we go. We're getting ready to do it. Look at this. Goodbye, Raditz.
I can't believe these weaklings do this to me. All right, Goku, you did it.
Yeah. Krillin, thanks for your help. You weren't as good as you said.
And that is
you were.
it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And we will be back for episode 3 tomorrow.